in a week because I was like real sick. I had like the flu. So I stayed home. And then I missed one full day this week, so I missed Monday. And then this afternoon I just called off this afternoon because I really was trying to go to work. But I knew that I was not gonna last a full 4 more hours, and I was right because literally as soon as I got home from work, I threw up and then I fell asleep. So I was like, yeah, I would not have made it.
I got a question for you, Mayor.
Yes.
I stay on pretty late. This is a big question. Are you ready? Are you?
Ready.
If the Great Pumpkin comes and shop at like 3 in the morning, do you want me to wake you up?
If I answer within like 3 or 4 calls, yes. But if I'm not answering after that, it ain't even worth it.
Okay.
But if I wake up and answer, hell yeah.
Okay. Because I was
Because I
thinking
mean,
last night.
tomorrow I only got a half day. I only have morning program because it's Thursday, and I don't have work on Friday
Mm.
because they're having like teacher meetings. It's called buyback day. That's what they call it, but it's like teacher meetings basically. And we don't go to those because they don't need us. Like we're not full-time staff, so they don't need us to come. They don't need to pay us for an extra day that we're not gonna do anything for. Like
Sit
because
there and smile.
we're already having our own training on Saturday. So like we really don't need to show up to their training when we're having our own for that actually applies to us. Because their training wouldn't apply to us. Like we're not full-time teachers, so it literally just wouldn't really work.
I wonder what they do. What if a kid is like beating you up, like a teenager, we'll say high school? Are you able to defend yourself or you can't hit the kid back?
You cannot hit the kid. They do teach you they teach you certain like self-defense things that like would not harm the kid because like you're not supposed to hit a minor period. Like we
But they're
had
beating you.
when I was in high school, we had an older like he wasn't elderly, but he was an older teacher and he got beat up by a student pretty bad.
God.
But you're not supposed to do anything because they're a minor and it could get you in really big trouble. Which is really unfortunate because I'm not saying you should beat the child up or anything, but there should be
You should be able to
something
defend
that you can
yourself.
do. Yeah, there's not really anything you can do if that happens. I mean, it's it's pretty uncommon. Like I don't think I've ever seen a I mean I don't work in a high school, so that could be part of it. But like in general, I don't think I've ever seen
Sorry.
bless you. I don't think I've ever heard any I have some coworkers who like work for the same company and they do work at a high school and I've never heard of anything like I've heard of them breaking up fights, but it does not seem like they like directly go to like blaming the teacher or anything.
Some kids are crazy though.
Some of them, but most of our schools around here are pretty good. And like even though we have like kids who end up fighting and stuff, like they don't get violent enough to where they're gonna go and like beat up a teacher and be like, bang, bang, bang. Bless you.
Me too.
It's just not really something we see around here. See, that's thousand million, but 1 billion. I have a mushroom here worth $1 billion.
Yeah, I found
Gorgeous.
a lot again.
That's right. All right, so I heard that you are mad at Little Thing. What happened?
Yeah.
Why are
So
we mad?
I got mad at her. Well, I wouldn't say I didn't get actually mad at her, but I know I lied. I was mad at her. I was mad at her because she keeps associating herself with guys who are really disgusting. Like, you know, this typical stereotypical white guys who just are super racist and
Mm-hmm.
homophobic.
Mm-hmm.
So she was talking to one of those guys, and then she invited me to a party with one. And then his friends are going on. They're saying F slurs, this and that. I'm not saying anything. I'm minding my own business. Me and her are
Right.
playing DTI. And then the careless guy earlier kicked me for no reason. I forgot why. His friend said something to me, and then I said something back because I ate him up. I clacked back. I'm not gonna sit there and
Mm-hmm.
get belittled.
As you
I don't
do.
know who the fuck you
Right,
are.
right.
And he kicked me, and I said you. And then he little thing invited me back. I said you crusty musty asshole. Why the fuck is you kicking me? He didn't say anything. And then
Woman was too stunned to speak.
I think little thing or something was happening, and that guy started doing a really long, annoying moan. And I said, "Shut up!" I said something along those lines, and then he got
Uh-huh.
mad and kicked me again. Which are okay, period. And then he invited me back, and then me and him got into it. And I called him out, and I said, "You're just one of those typical stereotypical, like stereotype white guys who are racist and homophobic." Or homophobic, I said, and blah blah blah. And because it's no, oh, he kicked me in a second time because his friend called me a faggot.
Mm.
And then his friend started defending himself and saying, "No, no, no, I didn't call you that." So, because it, first of all, didn't make sense. You called me it because when I told your homeboy to shut up because he was being annoying, you got angry. So you called me a faggot, and then your homeboy kicked me. Then I joined back and called you out, and
Huh.
now you're saying you didn't call me that. But
Nah.
why would you call your
Nah.
homeboy a faggot if I'm going off on him? Two and two ain't. If two and two is four and four and four is eight, some ain't adding up.
Yeah.
And then little thing said, "I'm just gonna get off, guys." And she texted me. Now, in the past, I told little thing, I don't want you hang out with people like this. Why do you associate yourself with people who are like this?
Where's Peace?
Mm.
They all died, girl. But I told her that a long time ago, and I was really mad because she's doing it again. She's going to like Brandon knockoffs.
And I mean, Brandon, like at the end of the day, like I'll die on the hill. Brandon was a good guy. Like he was fine. Like
Just not emotionally there.
he just wasn't. Yeah, he's not the right one for her because he's not the type of emotions that she needs. But also, so these men are not either. Like, if they're gonna be sitting here using slurs that offend, like I don't think I ever. And that was the one thing about Brandon that was like I was all down for is that like he wasn't really a cusser and like he didn't really use any slurs. I mean, I never heard him say the F slur ever.
I never heard him
But
one time call
like
us a faggot.
no.
Anyone.
And like I mean, I heard him use the N-word with the soft A here and there, but like I think that was probably the worst thing I heard him say.
Hmm.
Like that's it.
Upper armor.
Upper armor. But
Number
yeah, and like
15.
it's like although that's still not a great thing to say, it's like in general he wouldn't really like say
He
it.
wouldn't use slurs, and he wouldn't
Yeah,
really say it at all.
yeah. It's like have I heard him say it? Yeah, but was it in his like his everyday vocabulary? No.
No, not at all.
And so it's like I get that she might be trying to like find somebody and just like hype herself up with a man and whatever because he really like he really did her dirty. Like, and that's just facts. But like at the end of the day, these men are not the options because if they can't kiki with us like Brandon could, then there's no point.
I
Like,
know,
like
but
that's just facts.
it's. I know what type she goes for. She goes more of the tough, edgy boys, like rough guys.
Rough around the edges.
Yeah, and okay, cool. Have your rough, edgy guys, but there's a borderline when your edgy guys are just racist and homophobic.
Yeah.
And she just sits there and lets him say all these things. And then I texted her and I was like, ah, she told me she was eating and then she would get back on it. And I just put a thumbs up because I was really annoyed. I was like really annoyed.
uh,
Because I dealt with this with her other friend group and her other people and like other people she knew and other people she wanted to be her boo thing.
right.
Act like that. And I told her, like I had a conversation. I wasn't mean, I wasn't loud. I was like, gotta stop associating yourself with those kind of people.
Right.
Because they're bad. They're bad influence.
Yeah.
And then I texted her and she was like, "Are you mad at me?" And I said, "Yeah." I said, "Yes." And she said, "What? What?" I said, "Let me go look at the messages."
My girlfriend has a big booty.
Oh, thank you. That's so
She
sweet of you.
said, "Are you mad at me?" I said, "Yes." She said, "Oh, I'm sorry. Why?" I said, "Because you consistently associate yourself with people who are disgusting and you just ignore it when they say and you just ignore it. You don't say anything. You sit there and you let them say those all those things because you like that guy. You shouldn't like people who associate themselves with other people who are disgusting like that
Yeah. If
because
you want
in
to
the
fill the
long run
pot, there's like 6% left.
okay, because
Hot.
in the long run that's
Yes.
just in the long run that's just his true colors. He's gonna end up hurting you
Hmm.
and you're gonna be blinded because you love him. And this is where I realized I was like, oh, maybe that was a little too mean. And I said I care for you, but the fact that you consistently go after these guys like that makes me frustrated. He's never like this though, she texted me. This time I'm with him and he doesn't act like this. I don't know what to do anymore. He never acts like that, but he wants to be like that. That should be the biggest red flag. It sounded weird when I texted it. I said, she said, "What?" I said, "Of course he's gonna act super soft and nice to you. When he's in a party with his homeboy, he has to act tough, just like Brandon. He's gonna be all cute with you, and then he's gonna be in a party with us, and he's gonna be all tough. But if you want to keep talking him, go for it. I don't want to make you feel like you have to choose." This is where she says, "But when it's me and him and his close friends, he acts all soft and all that." And then he says he doesn't want to drag me away from you because, hold on, he doesn't want me to drag you away from you because what if he wants to talk to me, but I'm with you. Oh, he doesn't want to drag her away from me because you get it.
Yeah.